speak for themselves. As Air India officially merges with Vistara, the airline is rolling out several measures to ensure a seamless transition for its passengers. Now, approximately 1,15,000 travellers with Vistara bookings will begin flying with Air India after the merger. Now, despite the change, passengers can still expect the same in-flight experience they enjoyed with Vistara as the airline maintains its standards of service. Now, a joint venture between the Tata Group and Singapore Airlines, Vistara, will now fully integrate with Air India, with Singapore Airlines retaining a 25.1% stake in the expanded airline. Now, this merger is a part of a larger consolidation in India's aviation industry, following the earlier integration of AIX Connect with Air India Express in October 2024. From today onwards, Air India will become the country's sole full-service carrier, marking the end of an era that saw India's full-service airline market shrink from 5 carriers to 1 over 17 years. But viewers, on that note, let's also take a look at what changes this means for the passengers and what exactly does this mean for Air India's fleet as well. We've curated some very interesting statistics for you, but first up, before that, let's take a look at how the Air India-Vistara merger pans out. As far as the branding and operations are concerned, Vistara's operations transferred to and will be managed by Air India. This is, of course, the first point as far as the branding is concerned. A lot of people have been concerned regarding this. Second concern as well, the flight numbering, something my colleague was pointing out an hour back. Vistara flights shall adopt a new flight numbers. Their original flight affix was UK, now it's going to be AI. Now, the loyalty program, something a lot of customers are very concerned about because they've been purchasing these packages, they've been traveling a lot with Vistara. As far as the loyalty program is concerned, Vistara's loyalty points will be transferred to Air India's flying returns program at a 1-to-1 ratio, so there's no sort of worry about any loss of loyalty points. As far as the bookings are concerned, all bookings will be taking place via the Air India website itself, and the existing Vistara website bookings will automatically be transferred. So if you click on the Vistara website link, it will direct you to the Air India website. As far as customer service is concerned, Air India has increased customer support to assist passengers during this transition and anticipating the influx of Vistara's passengers into its own services. As far as the fleet and crew are concerned, cross-utilization of pilots as well as cabin crew will be taking place, with Vistara's fleet being operated under Air India's code, something that I have mentioned earlier as well. As far as service continuity is concerned, meal options and amenities remain unchanged for the time being in order to maintain the quality service and the standards that Vistara has been operating until now. As far as credit card benefits are concerned, holders of Vistara co-branded credit cards can continue to use them, and the benefits will be specifically linked to Vistara. They might change, but as of now, the holders of the co-branded credit cards can still use them. As far as route network expansion is concerned, remember the fleet is expanding, so they're also looking at the route network expanding. It's potentially offered an expanded route network, enhancing connectivity both domestically and internationally. We've been seeing a boost as far as the passenger traffic in India is concerned, whether domestically or internationally. So this is looking at accommodating that. As far as employee transition is concerned, significant changes in staff roles, some retention and some layoffs due to redundancies as well. So this is the employees' concerns that are being addressed by Air India-Vistara merger as well. Now let's take a look at how Air India's fleet will be impacted after the merger. Now after the merger, Air India will have a total of 208 aircrafts, and out of this, Vistara's contribution is going to be about 70 aircraft. So the total fleet is going to be 208, out of which Vistara's contribution is going to be 70. Let's also take a look at the domestic routes and the international routes. I've of course stated how they're looking at an expansion with regards to the domestic routes and the international routes as well with this merger. So the Air India's fleet is looking at operating in 103 domestic routes and 71 international routes with this merger. So this is of course a game changer for India's aviation industry. We're of course looking at a major rejig in the aviation industry with this merger. It is something that a lot of people have their eyes on. We've of course taken a look at the changes as well. Meanwhile, my colleague Brian Anthony Thomas is joining us live from Terminal 3 at the Indira Gandhi International Airport in the national capital. Brian, show us around. What's it like? You were, of course, taking our viewers last hour through how the flight codes have changed, but they're still flashing the Vistara flight codes in case some passengers want to reconfirm whether they are boarding the correct flight or not. I'm sure you're surrounded by a lot of people. Let's hear it from them as well. There are a lot of emphatic messages yesterday on social media platforms passengers thanking Vistara for their services.
Well, Pia, definitely, before I show you the screens, I like to show you my, phone as well. You see, this is the Vistara that I have opened, and it's written here that this is the official WhatsApp business profile of Vistara, and then it has also written that it is an airline that is brought to you by Tata and Singapore Airlines. Now, this is the link. Now, if I click the Vistara link, you see Air India open. So this is one of the big mergers, big changes also that has happened. And again, I like to show you also this very screen before I go and initiate talking to the passengers as well. There have been, like you even said, Pia, yes, definitely there have been 10 merger changes, big changes. That is the branding and operation that you can even see here. The flight numbering also, when I was earlier showing you, and again I'm attempting to show you that UK 952 or anything followed by has been changed by AI2 followed by some significant numbers. The loyalty program integration has also changed. There has been a booking system upgradation. Customer service has also been enhanced according to them. The fleet and crew has also been enhanced. That will also have impact on this. And here also, we are at this very airport as well. And here there are many such changes also. That is the credit card benefits, the route network expansion. Route network expansion is one of the big changes that they were looking forward to expand their route potential and even employee transition. And we are also joined by a few 1-2 passengers that we will attempt to talk to. Sir, विस्तारा और एयर इंडिया का मर्जर हो गया है, कैसे देखते हैं ये मर्जर को?
मेरा कहने का मतलब है कि जितनी एयरलाइन ज़्यादा होती उतना पैसेंजर के लिए ज़्यादा फायदेमंद होता, लेकिन चूंकि एयर इंडिया में तो टाटा की पहले से ही होल्डिंग थी, टाटा की एयर इंडिया ने हायर कर रखा है और विस्तारा में भी टाटा की होल्डिंग थी, तो अब पैसेंजर को उसमें ज़्यादा एक्सपेंशन करना पड़ेगा। एयर विस्तारा पहले सबसे चीपेस्ट फ्लाइट रही है, जैसा मेरा अपना मानना है, क्योंकि मैं फ़्लाइट्स में लोगों को भेजता रहता हूँ, मेरे टिकटिंग का भी काम रहा है। तो अब लोगों को इसमें जितना ज़्यादा कंपटीशन होगा मार्केट में, प्राइवेट प्लेयर ज़्यादा जितने आएंगे उतना लोगों को फ़ायदा ज़्यादा होता है। अब ये गवर्नमेंट क्या पॉलिसी लेके आई उसको नहीं मिलाना चाहिए था। अब इन्होंने बताया है कि हम अलग से 2 रूट तय करेंगे जैसा सिंगापुर एयरलाइंस करती है, तो ऐसा करने से मेरे को नहीं लगता पैसेंजर को ज़्यादा फ़ायदा होगा।
आपके हिसाब से ये मर्जर्स बेनिफिट होगा कस्टमर्स के लिए या बेनिफिशियल नहीं होगा?
नहीं होगा, बेनिफिशियल नहीं होगा, कस्टमर्स के लिए बेनिफिशियल नहीं होगा, क्योंकि जितने भी प्राइवेट प्लेयर ज़्यादा रहेंगे, जैसे आपके न्यूज़ चैनल में जितने ज़्यादा होंगे, कंपटीशन बढ़ेगा, लोगों को अवेयरनेस ज़्यादा मिलेगी, ज़्यादा न्यूज़ कलेक्ट करने का मौका मिलेगा, तो वैसे ही पैसेंजर को जब ऑप्शन ज़्यादा मिलेंगे तो एक दूसरे कंपटीशन में पैसेंजर को ज़्यादा फायदा होता है, प्राइवेट प्लेयर को कम फायदा होता है इसमें। ये
सर हमसे बात करने के लिए। सो यस पिया, we've spoken to a person also about the merger that has happened, and yes, there has been a number of changes also in the morning. Also the first domestic flight also took off from Bombay to Delhi at around 1:30, and now there are several flights here. You can see there has been a series of flights between Air India and Vistara that has changed this merger, and yes, it will time will prove again whether this merger will be beneficial for the passengers passengers or not, because Vistara was working for 9 years and people were pretty happy with Vistara's experience, the in-flight experience, the free meal that they were getting. So people were pretty, happy about the experience that they were getting in, Vistara. But after the merger, yes, there are few people who are skeptical. There are few people who are giving out, emotional messages, bidding a goodbye to Vistara after being operated for 9 years. But yes, time will say whether this merger will prove to be beneficial or not. Yeah.
All right, Brian, with that, I would like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast. Of course, taking our viewers through scenes at Terminal 3 of the Indira Gandhi International Airport this morning as the great merger between Air India and Vistara is taking place. Meanwhile, viewers, we are shifting our focus to some interesting developments that we are tracking